synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Do you have a
Hello and welcome to the Sioux Falls, Washington Gym. I'm Jason Andera, and I get to bring you a top 5 battle between two AA teams with just 3 losses entering the final week and a half of the regular season. This promises to be one of the best games across the state tonight as the 13-3 Mitchell Kernels visit the 12-3 Washington Warriors. Getting ready to introduce our starters for tonight's game, and we'll start with the Mitchell side as they've got the same starters they've had for most of the season this year. London Hayek, number 4, is their freshman guard, has had an outstanding freshman year, 11.8 points per game, 3.6 rebounds per game. And then Lauren Van Overshield at the other guard is a terrific three-point shooter, hitting over 30% of her threes, and is a very steady offensive producer at 7.5 points per game. Carson White, another guard, 5'7" senior, averaging almost 9 points per game and 5 boards per game, and leads the team in assists. And then Addie Simpson, the leading scorer on this team, hitting about 35% of her three-pointers, getting 13.2 points per game. And their senior post player, Kenzie Peterson, comes into the game as one of their biggest players at just 5'7". So it'll be interesting to see how their height or lack thereof matches up against this Warrior team that has a lot of different players that can play a lot of different positions. Let's introduce their starting five now. And Claire Woods, one of the best point guards in the state, averaging 6.8 points per game, does an excellent job of not turning the ball over and feeding the rest of her team. Tierney Schramm, headed to Augustana to play softball next year, is also an outstanding forward for them at 5'10". And then Grace Peterson, one of their top scoring threats, hitting 41% of her threes already on this season, is a 6-foot senior forward. Dana Harp has just become the leading scorer on the team by 0.1 percentage points with 12.5 points per game. And then their last starter, Rylan Kennett, another junior along with Dana Harp. She's 5'11", plays in the post, one of their best rebounders, one of their best scorers at 9.4 points per game. So we'll get it started. As we said, Washington with a little advantage down low, but Mitchell, they are tough, and they shoot a lot of threes. They average about 20 three-pointers per game, and they're going to let it fly tonight. The Mitchell Kernels, we mentioned, only have 3 losses coming into this game. Of those 3 losses, they all came at the Corn Palace. So they are undefeated on the road so far this season, and will take that perfect record here into the Washington gym. Washington, on the other hand, has lost their last 2 games in a row, just lost to O'Gorman and Brandon Valley, the top 2 teams in the state, and they come out firing here as they win the tip. Quick rebound by Carson Wyke, and the Kernels will get a chance to do some damage with the ball. It's Lauren Van Overshield in the corner, getting it back out to Wyke, over to Simpson. Simpson into Hayek. Try to get it inside to Van Overshield, eaten up by the zone. Going to swing it around to an open Addie Simpson for 3. And Addie Simpson buries her first shot of the game. As we said, shooting 34% from 3, leading the team with 13.2 points per game. Kennett with the jumper in the middle of the lane, no good. It goes out of bounds before Dana Harp can come up with the save, and it's the Kernels with possession and a 3-0 lead. Thanks for joining us here. You've got a lot of choices of basketball to watch across the state. This promises to be one of the better games of the night as the Kernels, number 4 in the rankings, number 4 in the standings, visiting the number 3 in the rankings, number 3 in the standings, Washington Warriors. Hayek fakes the shot, goes to Van Overshield. She'll go left-hand dribble, kick it out to Simpson in the corner. Back out to Hayek on the perimeter. Hayek, Van Overshield over to Wyke. Wyke finds her shot from the left side, up and no good. Dana Harp gets the rebound for the Warriors. And the Warriors get set up once again. They've got 1 cutter and 4 on the outside. 3 from Woods, no good. And a quick rebound by Carson Wyke. Carson Wyke, 4.6 boards per game. Does an excellent job of seeing the ball and getting to the ball. Van Overshield gets it on the inside to Peterson. They'll swing it out to Hayek for 3. Front iron, no good. And Dana Harp gets the rebound, the junior leading scorer for the Washington Warriors. Looking for an opening, goes right side. A little soft pass and catch. Triple team on the inside, gets to Claire Woods at the free throw line, takes the jumper, no good. Good offensive rebound, up and good for Rylan Kennett. She's got the first 2 points of the game for Washington. So not much running and gunning yet. Both teams setting up in their offense, making several passes to make sure they get a good shot off. There's Hayek driving left side, almost makes the bucket, but will go to the free throw line as Rylan Kennett is called for the foul.
Personal foul number 33, Dana Harp.
Excuse me, they're going to call that on Dana Harp. And that sends Carson Wyke to the free throw line. 64% free throw shooter on the season. 5'7" senior guard puts the first one up and good. Mitchell head coach Dave Brooks has been doing this for a couple of years now. Had an outstanding run last year with Sawyer Stabner as the senior, and most of these players played a part of that role too. Got to the state tournament. Washington coached by Jamie Parrish, who's won a couple of state titles with Washington, now in his 11th season at Washington. The steal by Mitchell as they cruise up the court. No subs yet in this game. There's London Hayek back out to Simpson. Washington did not make the state tournament last year, a rare miss of the state tournament. Both teams looking like that's where they're going to go this year. London Hayek pulls up for a little, kind of a junior hook shot, I guess we'll give her. Couple of passes goes inside to Kennett, and she's going to get fouled on her way up to the glass. I believe Hayek's going to be called for the foul. Her first, team's first. So 2 shots for the junior forward, 5'11", averaging 9.4 points per game, shooting almost 70% from the free throw line. Up and good. Kennett's got 3 early on. All 3 of Washington's points so far, as the Kernels still lead 5-3 early on here at the Washington Gym. Jason Andera joining you from Live Ticket TV. Second one up and good. So Kennett with the first 4 points for the Warriors. Token full court press, but great job defensively. Stolen pass up court to Woods. They're going to say nope, foul on the ground, but the steal was by Josie Beitler, the first sub off the bench for Washington. The freshman who has just played outstanding on both sides of the court for this Washington Warrior team. Interior pass, looked for a shot. Beitler comes up with the loose ball as Kennett couldn't quite control it on the inbound. There's Grace Peterson back over to Woods, back into Peterson. She's doubled. Nothing there, kicks it out. Beitler, 3, open, it's good! Josie Beitler buries the triple, and the Warriors take a 7-5 lead. Oh, a loose ball. It's going to stay with Mitchell. Josie Beitler only hitting 22% of her threes, but let me tell you, when she gets on, it is hard to stop her. I've seen her in multiple games make 4 or 5 threes, and she is getting better and stronger and more confident as the year goes on. 7-7 early. It's going to be a double dribble. Grace Peterson to inbound. Man-to-man, full court. Couple of quick passes, gets it to Dana Harp. Kicks it back out to Beitler for an open 3, just off the front iron. Rebounded offensively, but lost the ball, and Mitchell comes up with the loose ball. That was Lauren that was London Schroeder. Deep 3, nothing but net for C.C. Morgan, who comes off the bench. 10-7. Mitchell with the lead. Mitchell's hit a pair of 3-pointers now as Simpson made the first basket of the game, and now C.C. Morgan, who checks in off the bench, just a 7th grader. 6'2" inside-outside player. And Hayek and Lauren Van Overshield will check back in the game as Simpson and Kenzie Peterson take a seat. And Jersey Peterson will check in. So the freshman on the 7th grader in the post. Here comes Beitler swinging it to Harp. There's Grace Peterson to Jersey Peterson, her sister. Kennett back to Jersey. Or that's Harp, excuse me. Harp tries to put a teardrop off the glass. Can't do it. There's going to be a foul called on the play. And it's going to go against CC Morgan, her first foul. 4 fouls already. Free throw up and good for Dana Harp. Harp, a 74.5% free throw shooter, one of the best on the team. Makes them both. 9-10 now. Schroeder back to Hayek. They'll hand off again. Lauren Van Overshield. Wyke on the corner. Back out to Van Overshield. Fakes a shot, goes to the corner to Hayek. Hayek drives. Couple of quick passes. Wyke gets open left side. Misses, but it's Claire Woods who's going to get called for the foul. She got up in the air and affected the shot. That'll put Carson White to the free throw line. She's already 2 for 2 on the game, and she makes the first one. 11-9 lead. The Kernels have led throughout here. They did give up the lead, one short time, but Wyke makes them both. She's now 4 for 4 from the line as they take a 3-point lead. Harp. Nice up and under move. Makes the field goal. 12-11 Kernels. She was met by a couple of defenders but went underneath. Found an open shot off the glass to get 2. Schroeder to Hayek. Hayek sizing it up. There's Schroeder again. Morgan back to Wyke. There's Morgan on the high post. Van Overshield guarded, but decides to pull up for 3. No good. Grace Peterson does a good job of blocking out. And the Warriors have a chance to take the lead. Down 1. Inside to Grace Peterson. Pulls up the soft jumper. It's good. Her first 2 points. And the Warriors take a 13-12 lead. There's Van Overshield recollecting, restarting for the Kernels. CC Morgan guarded by the freshman, Jersey Peterson. Tries to get it inside to Van Overshield. And Mitchell decides to let it go out of bounds, and it was a good decision as it's off of Washington. Checking back in, Kenzie Peterson for Mitchell. She'll inbound. Addie Seamson, number 32, checks back in for the Kernels. Inbound pass. Cross court to Seamson. Hayek. Van Overshield looking to drive. Good ball handler. Pivots back out. They'll swing it to the corner. Seamson with the shot clock running out. Doesn't get any part of the rim, and that's a shot clock violation. It'll go back to Washington. Full court man-to-man. A deep inbound pass. They'll get it to Hart past the defense, but Mitchell does a good job of hustling back to prevent the easy bucket. Under a minute now, first quarter. Harp on the free throw line, gives it to Josie Beitler from about 11 feet. Swishes it home. 15-12, the Warriors on a little bit of a run here. 7-2 run. Another steal coming back Warriors' way. Beitler with the easy lay-in, up and good. So Josie Beitler with 7 quick points here in the first quarter of play. There's going to be a traveling called on CC Morgan. And the Warriors starting to compound this lead. It is a 10-2 run right now for the Warriors. And a couple of those shots didn't have much contest as Mitchell's defense starting to sag a little. 5 seconds left. Drive by Kennett. Off the front end, no good, and it's cleared. That'll do it for the first quarter. 17-12. You're watching Live Ticket TV. We'll be right back.
Got bats, ants, termites? Family-owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years' experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Welcome back to the Washington Gym. Let's take a look at the Warrior report. These Warriors coming off of 2 straight losses. We talked about it to O'Gorman and Brandon Valley, but they haven't lost to Mitchell in several years, since 2019 to be exact, 6 years ago. Their head coach, of course, Jamie Parrish, 11th season, over 300 career wins, and look at their scores. Harp, Peterson, Kennett, all right around that double-digit mark. Dana Harp just took the lead for the highest points per game total here on Washington, but it's really balanced scoring in the top 4 or 5 players, and Josie Beitler has really come out strong here. She's got 7 points in the first quarter for Washington. Simpson, the left-handed jumper, no good. Nice rebound by Harp, and she can dribble and take it down court herself. Switching back up into a man-to-man. Tierney Schramm gets it back to the top to Grace Peterson. Claire Woods tries to get the Schramm down low. Harp was trying to post up, now comes out. Takes the ball, gives it to Peterson. On the wing, Schramm. 15-footer, no good. And Mitchell down 5. Carson Wyke with 4 points for them, all from the free throw line to lead the scoring in the first quarter. Simpson trying to get it inside. Does. Can't quite make it. Is Peterson in the middle. Gets her own board. Can't put that back in. Washington continues to do a great job on the boards. Grace Peterson goes hard left side. Fouled on the way up. I think Kenzie Peterson got in the way. That'll put Grace Peterson at the line for 2. Peterson with 2 points so far tonight. Up, rattles around and good. She is the top free throw percentage shooter for the Warriors this year. Almost 76%. In fact, with that make, goes over 76% from the line and makes them both. She's got 4. Tough defense, but they'll get it inbound and throws it to the side. Peterson comes up with it. Is it tipped or not? Nope, they're not going to say that any of the Warriors touched it. And Mackenzie Peterson throws it out of bounds. So a 7-point lead now for the Warriors. Good hustle by Lauren Van Overshield, but it does go out of bounds as she tries to tightrope the out-of-bounds line and stay in. But good hustle by Van Overshield, and that's one thing you're going to see from Lauren. Steady shooter, steady ball handler, always 100% effort from Van Overshield. Warriors trying to post up, Peterson in the middle. But Harp sees a lane, goes left side, too hard off the glass. And it's out of bounds. Mitchell will try once again to cut into the 7-point deficit. Oh, it tried to lead Simpson, but it's turned over once again. And a strong take by Dana Harp. 21-12. Hayek trying to get it down court. Wyke passing back and forth, a little trap setup. They finally get it across the timeline. Peterson tries to hustle it in. Tapped out of bounds by Beitler. And that'll be Mitchell ball once again, down 9 points now. 14-2 run currently for these Warriors. Strong take on the left side by London Hyatt. She gets fouled on the way up, and she'll get 2 free throws. She is a solid free throw shooter as well, almost 70% from the line. Up and just offline. And Jersey Peterson, Claire Woods checking back into the game for the Warriors. Second one offline as well, so 0 for 2 from the line. Offensive board, though, from Wyke. Simpson open for 3, just offline, and Jersey Peterson tries to wrangle it, but Lauren Van Overshield gets in for the, I thought she tied the ball up, but they're going to call a foul on her. Yep, that's going to go against Van Overshield. Second team foul for the Kernels. So full court man. We'll see what they do. Beitler brings it up court against CC Morgan. No problem. Back left and right. Into the corner. Grace Peterson likes it from about 8 feet, and she buries the jumper. Grace Peterson, 4 in this quarter. 23-12, their first double-digit lead of the game. Mitchell struggling on offense right now. CC Morgan, short from 3. Ran down by Dana Harp. And Grace Peterson will bring it up the court. Josie Beitler from 3. She does it again. Josie Beitler hits another big three-pointer, and she now has 10 points on the game. The Warriors absolutely crushing it right now, 26-12. At one point, this game was 10-7. And Mitchell has scored just 2 points since that point. 19 for the Warriors. In fact, let's see, a 17-0 run right now. Since the Mitchell Kernels have scored midway in the first quarter, taken a couple of three-pointers, which is common for them. They shoot a lot of three-pointers. They've connected on a couple of them, but haven't made any as of late. So 14 down. We'll see if they can get into their offense. It's Washington defense doing a good job getting the Kernels out of rhythm. White takes the pick from Morgan. She'll take a 3. Off the back iron and in. They'll take it. And that ends the run as White makes the 3. 26-15. Jersey Peterson. There's Grace, her sister. Back out to Harp. Harp drives through the zone. Nope, they're going to call it off. They're going to say it was on the floor. So she thought she had an and one opportunity, but there was a block before the shot. That'll be the third team foul on the Kernels. And that's going to go against Kenzie Peterson. That's her second. She'll check out of the game as Matea Graves checks in for the Kernels. The Warriors had a 17-0 run. Just got clipped with the last three-pointer from White. Claire Woods trying to drive on Van Overshield. Tosses it in the lane. Jersey Peterson just can't quite come up with it, but a good offensive board. Up and in. Dana Harp does a great job of hustling after the ball and finding a way to get it in. 13-point lead now for the Warriors. White had the baseline, decided not to take it. Morgan back out to Van Overshield. Graves off of her foot, gets it back. Open shot from the corner. And Simpson just a little deep on the shot. Had a great look at the ball. The shot was there, but couldn't quite bury it. They will have another chance with the ball. There's a foul on the play. That'll go against Harp. So 2 team fouls now for the Warriors. And they'll be on defense as the Kernels try to get back on track offensively. Started the game. They got their first 11 points fairly quickly. And not much since. Another miss on the left side from Simpson. Good hustle as White tries to come up with the steal, and it just goes out of bounds. Claire Woods, the senior point guard. Nice move. Gets open. Decides to take the shot. Off the backboard, no good. And the Kernels, they sealed off the rebound but lost the ball somehow. Grace Peterson up for 3, just short. Another great positioning by the Kernels, but lost the ball as they tried to get the rebound. And we're going to have a jump ball. So 2 times in a row, the Kernels cleared out and couldn't come up with a loose ball. Warriors retain possession with a 13-point lead. We're still in the second quarter of action. Under 3 minutes here. I'm Jason Andera on Live Ticket TV. Inbound pass. Grace Peterson, and she has hit that mid-range jumper a few times this game. 8 points for Grace. I think they took it out from the wrong spot, and they're going to correct that. And we'll start again. 2:34 and counting. Second quarter action. Good defense. Beitler this time. Comes up with the loose ball off to Claire Woods. Tries to shoot and gets hit on the arm. She had a couple of opportunities to make a pass on the inside to take an earlier shot. I think she's a little frustrated at herself, saying, I could have had a couple points there. Well, she can get a couple points from the free throw line. Up and good. So Claire Woods on the scoreboard with her first point of the game. (32-15) as she makes them both. And the Warriors continue to pile it on. Good offensive board after the miss by Beitler. Woods takes the jumper from 16. It's up and good, and the Warriors continue to pile on. This has been all Warriors this quarter. Had a 5-point lead coming in. 19-point lead currently. Mitchell just out of rhythm on offense. They're getting some good looks at the basket, just not making them. And that time, an offensive foul. It's going to go back the other direction. Getting it sorted out here. The ref at first called it against the Warriors, and now he meant to call it against. Still not sure who got called for the foul there. 44? No? It was 34, Kennett. A little strong. I think they said that it's a jump ball in the rebound. Okay, we're back here, and as I mentally try to figure out what's going on in the last couple of calls. And the inbound is errant, and the Warriors making it look easy as Grace Peterson slides in for 2 more. 36-15, a 21-point lead. Peterson with the steal again. Beitler goes left side, no good. Rebound up and good for Peterson, who is having a fantastic quarter. 8 just this quarter. 12 in the game so far for the senior, who's playing her college basketball at Augustana next year. Blocked by Rylan Kennett, out of bounds. CeCe Morgan had a look at it, could not bring it home. 38-15. And the defense turning into offense has been the key here for the Warriors. Van Overshield will pull a trigger from 3, offline. Beitler, the freshman, with the rebound. Kennett, too far on her three-point attempt, but the offensive board goes to Washington. Once again, the loose ball is all going Washington's way, and Beitler, as she tries to drive the middle of the lane, carries the ball for a turnover. Under 30 seconds, second quarter action. Number 4, Mitchell, taking on number 3, Washington. And this quarter, it has been all Washington. Mitchell has scored just 3 points this quarter on a Carson White 3 ball. CeCe Morgan on the 3, a little short. Beitler comes up with the board with 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just before the buzzer, Woods off the back of the iron and no good. Well, that'll do it. 38-15 at half. The first half of action in this top 5 battle. It's been all Washington. We'll come back just before the end of halftime to recap that first half and get you ready for the second half. You're watching Live Ticket TV.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
When life gets hard,
welcome back. We're here at the Washington High School gym as they play the school song, getting people ready for the second half of action. And the Warrior fans are pumped up right now. Let me tell you, up 38-15 at the half. There was a point in this game that the Warriors finally took the lead as they got up, 13-12 just before the end of the first quarter, and since then have been dominating this game. And they're shooting well from the outside. They're playing excellent defense, rebounding, the assists, the whole 9 yards has been Washington Warrior basketball up and down. Let's take a look at some of those first half stats for you. Washington shot 61% from the field. They are getting excellent looks at the baskets, and they are putting them in. They've also got 4 offensive rebounds and a total of, 16 rebounds. 16-6, they're out-rebounding Mitchell. And Mitchell's only shooting 27% from the field. And their trademark three-point shooting, well, they're just 3 of 10 to start this one. They're going to have to find a way to make some more shots. Assists-wise, another huge stat for Washington, leading 14-4. And turnovers, Mitchell has 9 turnovers. Washington has only committed 2. So how about that? A 7-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio for the Warriors, who are just over a 1 assist-to-turnover ratio for the season. So phenomenal start for them. As far as some of the individual scores, the leading scorer in this game is Grace Peterson. She's put up 13 first-half points. Josie Beitler actually second with 10. Then Dana Harp with 8. But Harp also has, with her 8 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. So she is on pace right now for a triple-double. We'll keep an eye and see if that continues to trend in that direction. Ryland Kennett has 4 points on the night, 3 for Claire Woods. So 5 players in the scoring column for the Warriors. Just 4 players in the scoring column for the Kernels. Carson White hit 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and then also made a 3-pointer for 7 points to lead the way. Addie Simpson made her first 3 of the game, and since then has not scored a point. Cece Morgan came in and hit a 3-pointer as well. She has 3, and London Hayek has 2. So that's it for the 15 points for the Kernels. Down 38-15 in this one. It has been a shooting clinic for the Warriors, who are getting layups off of steals. They're making mid-range shots. They've made just a couple of threes, 2 for 5 from three-point range as well, and they're burying their free throws as well. So it'll be tough for the Kernels to come out with some energy in this second half, but they've got to look at that rebounding and their shooting percentage, and that's where they've made their mistakes. We'll see if they can correct those 2 departments to get back into this game. Claire Woods on the dribble. Tierney Schramm slipped for a moment, got back up. Grace Peterson doubled on the block, kicks it back out. Schramm tries to go up with it. She's going to get fouled by Kenzie Peterson. So Tierney Schramm, the only scorer, or the only starter who has not yet scored in this game. In and out on her first free throw. She's a 71% free throw shooter on the season. Second one is up and good. 39-15 to start this third quarter. There's Lauren Van Overshield, guarded by Harp on the point. Simpson. Kicks to the corner. White for 3, up and good. So she has made 2 3-pointers in this game. And gets the Kernels off to a good start in the third quarter. Woods tries to go baseline. Stuck. Bailed out with the cross-court pass. They'll continue moving it around the perimeter. 8 on the shot clock. Off the glass. Kennett's no good. Van Overshield's off and running. Gets it up court to Hayek. Hayek off the glass. No good. And corralled by the Warriors. Quick pass over to Claire Woods. Left-handed layup. Good. 41-18. Vanover Shield to Hayek. She'll take the three-pointer. Nice loft on that one. As she buries it, Mitchell's come out and hit a couple of big three-pointers to get things started in the third quarter, down 20. Their defensive intensity is definitely showing here in the second half. A little give and go. Grace Peterson off the glass, no good. Rebound taken by Addie Simpson. She'll push it forward. Peterson in the lane, stuck. As falling down, gets it back to Simpson. She buries the three. So 3 3-pointers this quarter as Simpson gets into the mix. That one's out of bounds as Washington tries to push the ball up the court. And a little momentum for the Mitchell Kernels. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
When our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Well, the Mitchell Kernels shot 3 for 10 from three-point land in the first half of the game, but have started off this third quarter going 3 for 4 from beyond the arc, trying to get back into this game. Still down 17, but we're down 23 just a few breaths ago. And now they take possession once again, so some life in these Kernels. They try to get back into this game against the number 3 team in the state. Lauren Vanover Shield guarded by Grace Peterson. She'll swing it to the corner. It's intercepted. Josie Beitler pushes it up to Harp. And Washington will reset. Harp over to Peterson. Peterson drives baseline. Kicks it back out. Wide open Josie Beitler. Oh, just a little long and rebounded by White. White into the corner. Vanover Shield thinks about it. Thinks hard. Can't make it. Quick rebound by Grace Peterson. Warriors trying to slow it down just a notch. Big lead in this one. 17 points ahead. 4:17 left in the third quarter. Tierney Schramm dribbles through. Swings it to Claire Woods. Back inside. There's Dana Harp, who up and in. She's got 10 on the night. Look at the three-pointer is true. Lauren Vanover Shield buries that one. And Mitchell continues to find the sweet spot from beyond the arc here in the third quarter. Josie Beitler just inside the three-point line, no good. Long rebound, Grace Peterson collects. Claire Woods, ball fake, likes the jumper just inside the free throw line. Claire Woods has been sharp today. 45-27. Hayek on the inside, left-handed up and good. Great ball movement by the Kernels that time. As Lennon Hayek now with 7. Dana Harp on the inbound. She's going to go fast breaking. Up and good, 12 for Harp. Under 3 minutes now, Kernels. Much more effective offensively in the third quarter. They're sharing the ball. A deep three that time by Vanover Shield. She falls down. No foul. Simpson, middle of the lane. Tries to get it to drop, but she's fouled on the way up. It's going to go against Josie Beitler. her second. Up and good, Simpson. Kernels now hit the 30-point threshold as Simpson puts up her second free throw. Up and good. Loose ball corralled by Harp. Jersey. They'll take their time moving the ball around. Left-handed drive by Beitler into the corner. Grace Peterson up for three, no good. Dana Harp with the rebound and back up. She's now got 14 in the game, and that's another rebound. 7 boards at least, and I may have missed another one. White drives baseline, takes it hard, misses. Grace Peterson toughs it out. They advance it down court, picked off by Peterson, Kenzie Peterson. Back out to Van Overshield, likes it from three and drains it. She's hit 2 big three-pointers this quarter. Has 6 on the game. Oh, a collision at midcourt as Van Overshield collided with Dana Harp. Both were in the air. Looks like they're both going to be all right. A 15-point lead for the Warriors with a minute 24 here in the third quarter of action. Claire Woods will try to walk it up. Hayek tries to speed her up. There's Josie Beitler. A little back and forth, back to Beitler, and she drains it. Josie Beitler's third three of the night. 52-34 Warriors. Peterson, Kenzie tries to drive. It's off her leg. She thinks she was hit on the way in. No call. And Layla Berthe checks in for the first time in the game for the Warriors, the freshman post player, number 32. Berthe advances it to Woods. Beitler back to Woods. She'll take the three this time, and she finds nothing but the bottom of the net. Claire Woods has been on point this game. Lead back to 21. Simpson turned around, gets it to Peterson, loses the ball on the way down, but the loose ball is picked up by the Kernels, and Simpson cannot control it, loses it in the backcourt for an over and back. So the Kernels have cut the lead here in the third quarter, but still a 21-point difference in the game as we enter the final 20 seconds of the third quarter. Mitchell still hustling out there. Deflection off of Simpson. Berthe tries to get the inbound, but a good hustle by Kenzie Peterson to deflect it out of bounds. Still 8.5 seconds left here, third quarter. Claire Woods to inbound. Inbound to Grace Peterson. Quickly inside to Kennett. Rolls almost in the rim, but off. Hayek gets the rebound, and they will clear the clock, and that'll do it for the third quarter of action. 55-34 the score after three. We'll be right back.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
In times like
Welcome back. Warriors firmly in charge here, 55-34, but a good quarter for the Mitchell Kernels. They went 4 of 4 from beyond the arc in the third quarter. London Hayek hit one, Lauren Van Overshield hit 2, Carson Weich hit 1, and Addie Simpson also hit 1. So take that back. 1, 2, 3, hit 5. 5 of 6 on three-point shooting that quarter. And they have possession here with under 20 on the shot clock. Hayek tries to drive baseline. I think they're going to call it on Kennett. Yep, there's a push. And Riley Kennett picks up the personal. Inbound, top of the key, just inside the line. Lauren Van Overshield continues to light it up from out deep as they still trail 19. Claire Woods into the mouth of the defense. Kicks it out to Berthe. She'll drive left side, no good. Simpson tries to come in and tie it up, and she does successfully force a jump ball. It'll stay with Washington. A slow-moving inbound, but they do get it in. As Grace Peterson bails him out. Berthe on the inside. She goes strong right side, and she is fouled on the way up. Has a chance for an and-one opportunity. Layla Berthe with a strong move to the right. The freshman 6'1" post player leads the team in blocks this year. Shoots the free throw just a little deep. Simpson comes up with the board. Deep three, Hayek. She's got that really extended arc on the three-point shots. The tall rebound went off the cable. Deep inbounds. Berthe tries to get open. The pass is a little short. Mitchell will reset with Addie Simpson. There's London Hyatt, gets it back out to Simpson. A little back and forth between the two. Weich in the corner. Tries to drive from the wing, but it's Woods who poked it free. Beitler has it on the fast break. Holds possession and puts it in. More pressure as Mitchell tries to return the ball up the court. Down 23 and intercepted by Beitler again. And once again, a strong take, left-handed this time. And Beitler continues to have an impressive game here at the Washington gym. Looks like some contact as Van Overshield went to the floor, but no call on the play. Mitchell stays with it. Poked free by Harp. Woods goes up strong, but a defensive masterpiece by Carson Weich. Blocks it. It's Mitchell ball. So great hustle by Weich coming from the other side of the court and rejecting Woods on the fast break. And the Kernels will once again try to chip into this lead. Kernels have a tough part of their schedule coming up. their final 4 games against teams all above 500. This starts that stretch. Layla Berthe, she's going to take it herself. And there's a double dribble call on the dribble. It's a good idea by Berthe. Got a little ahead of herself on the dribble. Corner 3. That one offline the first time. Van Overshield has not had one online in a while. And she goes down to the floor playing tough defense. Coming up on 5 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Dana Harp having an excellent game for the Warriors. She's got 14. Beitler with 17. Coming up on the schedule for Mitchell. We talked about it these last 4 games. They're playing Washington here with a 12-3 record. Then they go to Pierre on the 21st later this week. And they will play Pierre, who's 8-6, and then goes to Brandon Valley next Tuesday and finishes the season at the Corn Palace against O'Gorman, the last game at the Corn Palace of the season right in front of him. White comes up with the steal. Into the corner, 3-ball, no good. There's, again, some contact not called as Graves put that one up. Harp, tied up by Overshield, tied up by White. They're going to say there's some contact. The call is going to be on White. Inbound. Up and no good. There was contact there. Harp wanted it, didn't get the call. CeCe Morgan back down the court for Mitchell into the corner. Back to the top of the key. Graves looking for an entry pass. Gets it to Van Overshield, who takes it and scores it. 61-38. Inside pass to Schramm. Now it's a deep 3. That time Kamaya Swear misses. The sophomore has just checked into the game. CeCe Morgan lines up the 3-ball. Her second 3 of the game. 20-point game again. Swear into Harp. Harp guarded by Weich. And Weich a little too close on the defense. She'll get called for the foul. Her third foul. Team's fourth. So a few subs coming in and out of the game as Washington inbounds it. Kamaya Swear tries to get it to Peterson. Peterson left hand up, no good. Gets her own board and might get a trip to the free throw line now. Well, she will because that's the team's 5th foul of the quarter. It is going to go against Graves. And Peterson, sitting on 13 points, did most of her damage in the first half. Makes that one. Did all of her damage in the first half. She's up to 14 on the night. Makes them both. Talked about Mitchell's upcoming games for Washington. They've got Roosevelt coming up in 3 days. And then they'll be at T and host Stevens and Central to round out the season on the weekend. Carson Weish has another 3-pointer, her third 3 of the game. So the 3-point shooting kind of coming back for the Mitchell Kernels, but too little too late as the Warriors have commanded this game since the middle of the first quarter. Steal by Weish. She's going to go hard left side. Just misses. Rebound by Hayek. CeCe Morgan for 3. Just short. Nobody following the shot. And Grace Peterson gets another board. Peterson with 15. We said Harp with 14 and 17 for Beitler. Those three have been outstanding. Kennett usually right around double digits as well, but those three have been playing their best ball here in the last couple of weeks. Woods. Jab step, decides to pass it in. And it'll stay with Washington just off of Kenzie Peterson. Coming up on 2 minutes, 2:04 left, fourth quarter action. This top 5 battle between Washington and Mitchell, it has been all Warriors since the middle of the first quarter. Warriors shooting a fantastic field goal percentage. The defense has turned into easy buckets on offense. Right now they're just playing for time possession. And as the shot clock runs out, the Warriors don't get a shot off. "19-point lead. Mitchell will inbound it." We said they go to Pierre and then end up the season against the two best teams in Class AA. Left-handed three ball up and no good for Weish. Tracked down by Graves. She's in the corner. Tries to nail it off the Warriors, but there's a jump ball after that doesn't work. Possession goes back to Mitchell. Lauren Van Overshield will check in as Kenzie Peterson takes a seat. 1:45 on the clock. There's Hayek, runs into some really tough defenders, but fades a shot up and good. 63-46. As we wind up this game, Grace Peterson tries to drive baseline, kicks it to Dana Harp, who's short on the shot. She wanted a foul on that one as well. A couple more subs as Kerrigan Harkema checks in for Washington. And Grace Freeman also checking in. Layla Berthe back to Claire Woods in the corner. Trying to get it to Harp. Harp surrounded by Kernels, but there's a foul on the ground. Again, that's enough to send her to the line for two in this bonus situation.
Personal foul number 11. Matea Graves, her second personal.
Well, when you look at Class AA this year, it's been Brandon Valley and O'Gorman, the teams that made it to the state title game last year, that have been shining the brightest so far this year. And we saw it last week when Washington played both of those two teams and played with Brandon Valley for a portion of the game, but could not get it done. It looks like Brandon Valley, O'Gorman, probably the two best teams in Class AA. And then these two teams, and tonight, that definitely favors the Warriors. And after that, it's going to be tough for one of those teams to make a run. You look at Stevens as a possibility with the power that they have in one of the leading scorers of all time in AA. But it's going to be tough. Freeman comes out of the mess with the basketball and the Warriors. But Talia Porter, one of the better players in the state for Stevens, almost pulled off a first-round upset last year at the state tournament against O'Gorman. So you can't count them out. But all of that about to play itself out as the Sodak 16 in early March decides who makes it to the state tournament. And right now, as we said, these two teams with a 3 and 4 seed, so both are looking at home games. Coming up under 30 seconds soon. Yeah, we've hit 30 seconds. And Graves tries to go up with it. I believe it's Josie Beitler called for on the arm.
Personal foul number 30.
That'll send Graves to the free throw line. Has been a good free throw shooter so far this year. Makes that one her first point of the night.
Graves is at the line for the Kernels.
Graves up and good. There's Kamaya Swear back to Layla Bertay, sophomore and a freshman in the game right now. Beitler, another freshman. Freeman back to Swear. There's Harkema. And as the clock winds down, a 16-point lead for these Warriors, who commanded a double-digit lead ever since they took a double-digit lead in the midway through the second quarter. And they will get it done. Josie Beitler ends up with 17 on the game. Dana Harp, I got to do the math quick, 14, and Grace Peterson, 15. So some really good scoring from the top three at Washington. That's going to do it for us here at the Washington Gym. We'll be here for the next home game, so continue to watch and support Live Ticket TV right here on the Sioux Falls Schools. I'm Jason Andera signing off. We'll see you next time.